Gary, it's been a couple of weeks now since you were announced as the new Ipswich Town manager. How are you settling into life into sunny Suffolk?
No, it's been brilliant. I've loved it. I've loved the area. Been out for dinner a couple of times with my wife, a couple of times with the coaching staff. Fantastic place. The lads have been great last 2 days as well, training. So yeah, perfect 2 weeks really. Nothing could have gone any better. Really enjoyed it. So and the weather, I love the sun. I'm a big fan of the sun. If it could be like this all year round, I would take it. So yeah, it's been warm for the lads in their running, but yeah, I've enjoyed the sun.
I was going to say, you've got a lovely glow on you. Did you manage to get away?
Yeah, we went away.
Finished?
Yeah, we went away, a little family holiday for a couple of weeks, not too long. And then was obviously planning to be going back to Strasbourg for this season, and then the opportunity came up to come to Ipswich, and didn't take too long for me to decide that this was the place to be, and just really excited to be back in the Premier League and to be at a club with the history that we have and the group that we have. Yeah, the club's in a fantastic spot. So looking forward to trying to put the next step onto that this season and seeing if we can make sure we maintain Premier League status firstly, and secondly, can we even start to aim even higher than that if we get going and we get going well, then who knows what we can do.
No matter what profession you're in, when you start a new job, there's always a little bit of nervousness, butterflies. What's it like as a Premier League manager going into that first day?
Yeah, no, I'm okay actually. I love the time with the players. First meeting, first individual chat, first training session. Like I love what I do, so I love all of that. I'm sure Sunderland at home, you'll start to feel that and how important it is in the game, and that's been every game, to be fair, since I've been a coach. So I'm looking forward to it. We have a big run up to Sunderland, but I'm looking forward to standing in Portman Road, packed out, probably sun shining still, and trying to take our first 3 points.
When you sat in your office for the first time at the training ground, how long was your to-do list?
There's a lot to do. There was a lot to do. There is still, and there will be all the way through the season. I guess that is the nature of managing in the Premier League, especially. There's always a lot to do, but all of it I enjoy. Like everything on the list, the recruitment side, the getting to know our players, getting to know all the staff, making sure all the staff around the place know how I work and how much I appreciate everyone at the training ground. They've been incredible to me so far, and they know that it's going to be a big team effort this season. It's not just about the players and the coaches, like everyone around the first team, around the academy. Every point we earn will be a reflection of the work that everyone has done. So it's important that I get them to feel that with me. But no, it's just an incredible club. Obviously the new training ground is nearly underway as well. Excited to be moving in there. Even though I've loved the old one, the old one has been great for the last couple of weeks. People around it have been fantastic. Food's good. So yeah, no, it's been a good 2 weeks, and got a little tour coming up that everyone's looking forward to as well. So no, I'm really happy. Of course, pre-season is a little bit more calm because there's not a 3 points at stake at the end of each week, and you get to do some real good work with the players. So let's see what we can produce.
And how important is it for you to build those relationships, not just with the players and your staff and the backroom people, but the people that work at the football club, the media team, the people in the canteen? Yeah,
no, it's been great. I mean, I've been to the stadium a good few times already. Going over there shortly as well, actually, for under 9. They're signing their first contracts with the club, so that'll be great. It's a great age. I remember doing that with my son, being on the parent side of the meeting. Now I get to be on the other side, the coach's side, but that'll be fantastic. Every time I go there, everyone's in a good mood, happy, cheerful, working hard. So it is a club in a real good spot, and I think that's credit to everyone that's been involved in it in the last few years. You can feel it's in a good spot, and we're ready for the challenge of the Premier League.
Football fans would have seen you play in the Premier League. You've now managed at the highest level. How different is Gary O'Neill, the footballer, to Gary O'Neill, the manager?
No, I don't know if he's too different, actually. I worked hard as a player. I had a bit of an edge, so if we needed to do stuff to win, I was more than happy to do them. I had bit of talent. Made the
You don't reach the Premier League without a lot of talent.
Made the most of it. I think for Premier League level, I made the most of what I had. Worked really hard. I think as a coach and as a manager, I probably have potential to do better because for most of my limitations playing were physical, I suppose. I wasn't the biggest, wasn't the strongest, wasn't the quickest. And none of that really matters once you're a coach. It's all around your thinking, around the culture you can create, around how you can bond with players and relationships and fans, and so all of that. So I think I was always looking to go into being a head coach, manager. I've been fortunate. I'm only 43, 3 Premier League jobs already. Real good time in Strasbourg, managing against PSG and Marseille and semi-final of Europe. So incredible few years, and this is a fantastic next step. I'm sure you can probably feel how excited I am to be here and to be ready to go. So yeah, no, really looking forward to the challenges that we face.
You had the guys back out on the grass this week. Pre-season is well underway now. How much were you looking forward to just stepping out onto that training pitch once again to get a group of lads together and send out your message?
Yeah, I think it was obviously it was nice to be announced a little bit before, but then once I was announced, it was like I was busy trying to do stuff and trying to organise, but just keen to get going properly with the players. And that's been great. The last 3 days they did testing on Monday, tough single session and gym yesterday, and then a big double session today. The lads worked really hard today. Football this morning, and then some real tough runs this afternoon. So a real good 3-day block. We train again tomorrow, train Friday, and then a little training game on Saturday morning. And that'll be a great first week. You know, that in pre-season you're looking to lay down some foundations. Don't injure anyone if you can. Try and get the group through it. And yeah, it's been a real good first few days.
It sounds like a lot of hard work, getting the fitness levels up. As a player before, did you enjoy pre-season, and do you miss that start of the season build-up?
Yeah, no, I did enjoy pre-season because I was naturally quite fit. Like lung-wise, I could run a lot. I used to run a lot, and all the testing and stuff, I was always really sort of top of the group or around the top of the group. So I did enjoy pre-season. I'm not sure, it's changed a bit, to be fair, and that it's not quite as hardcore maybe as it used to be.
Is the bleep test still there?
Yeah, there are some, but it's not as. Yeah, we used to do some crazy stuff back then. You know, I remember doing 26-mile. Just long distance runs over 3 days, to be fair. So I think it was 12 miles, 8 miles, 6 miles over 3 days back to back. They don't do stuff like that anymore. It's more shorter stuff, more stuff related to the game. So it's come a long way, the fitness stuff, to be fair. So no, Matt Allen and John Ashton and the medical department have been great, putting all the distances together and making sure we hit the right bits. So no, it's been good. It's a well-run team. And I'm looking forward to just adding my bit to it, really, and seeing if we can take it to the next level.
Do you miss walking out of a packed stadium as a player, and how different is that when you walk out now as a gaffer?
Yeah, no, I will always miss playing. I was keen to play as long as I could, and then ruptured my Achilles at 37 when I retired, so it felt like it ended quite abruptly, which wasn't how I expected it to end. I was sort of, last season was at Bolton, one player of the year, playing in the championship still, and the plan was just to play all the way down the levels, like until I couldn't play anymore. Basically, I thought I'd get to 40, like drop down the leagues, enjoy my football. Like even at that age, I was really enjoying it. So the injury ended it for me. So I will always miss that, because I feel like my last game away at Nottingham Forest for Bolton, I was good. By my level especially, I was good. And I still felt like I had a lot still to give. But to stand there in charge of a team, and when your team produces a performance that looks like everything you've worked on and all the hard work gets everyone in the place, and that 3 points in the Premier League that is also a fantastic feeling. So looking for as many of them as possible this season. First one on the first weekend, hopefully. So no, I do think the managerial side does probably compare with it. When you probably have more when you're low, you're probably really low because you feel responsible for everything. Whereas when you were a player, you just felt, okay, I didn't play very well, but next week we'll go again. Whereas as a manager, you feel responsible for the whole thing. And when we play well, you probably get a bit more satisfaction from it because you know that you've put all of that together. So, no, I love managing. It's fantastic. But you will always miss playing. I think if you speak to any ex-player, you will always miss that feeling.
Is your drive and determination the same as a player? You touched on it there. You were saying if you lose a game as a player, it's a team sort of collective. You feel it more as a manager.
Yeah.
So what is it like with the determination to succeed as a manager?
Yeah, no, I think I'm really driven. I think you ask anybody that works with me or around me, we work really hard every day. We do long hours to try and give the players the best opportunity to perform and to look at their best. Doesn't mean it's always successful, but the effort will always be top. We work really, really hard because, as I did when I was a player, I want to be the best I can be. I think I could probably have done a bit more as a player if I'd have had a bit more understanding when I was younger. And I don't want to miss that opportunity sort of again as a manager, really. I try and make sure I'm really up to date on what I need to improve, what I'm doing well, review all the time to make sure that I'm maximising what I can achieve. And it's a fantastic industry and business to be involved in. There's like some fantastic things that you get to do. So trying to get as high as I can in the game. And the journey at the moment brings me to Ipswich, which is, to be in charge of a club with the rich history, the things that it's won, the trajectory that it's been on for the last few years is a fantastic opportunity for me. So I'm thankful for everybody who's helped me get to this moment, the guys that have trusted me with the job, Mark and the owners and Luke and everybody involved. And now it's time to repay them and the incredible fan base that deserve a really enjoyable season in the top flight, which is what we're gonna try and put together.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be an exciting challenge in the Premier League. You come off the back of finishing a brilliant season with Strasbourg. When you took over the role, did you have to dust off the GCSE French book and start getting out the Encore Tricolore and start brushing up? What did you learn from that experience abroad?
Weirdly, I didn't do French at school. I did Spanish and German, so I didn't have any base to go with, but I did have lessons. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed trying to adapt to the culture. I enjoyed trying to learn French. I loved the different sort of atmosphere. The Strasbourg fans were incredible. The ultras behind the goal and some of the atmospheres that we created. The European run, the quarter final, to be 2-0 down away from home and to win 4-0 in the second leg. The atmosphere that day, and reached the semi-final with a French Cup, which we should have won, but unfortunately we didn't. It was fantastic. I definitely wouldn't change it. That spell away in France, experiencing something different, experiencing European football, would definitely have made me better. So no, I appreciate the guys over there giving me that opportunity as well.
We know there's a lot of time now between the first game of the season at home to Sunderland. Do you ever get a moment to sit back and relax a little bit? Are you enjoying the World Cup at the moment? Can you go and watch any games?
No, I haven't. I don't relax much, to be honest. I do try. That is actually a good point, because I'm trying to improve that side of it, because I do find that when I'm in, I am fully in. And obviously you do need to find the time to switch your brain off and to be able to recover. And it's the same as being a player. You do need to recover. You're working hard brain-wise all the time. But I've watched a bit of the World Cup. I've enjoyed the England games. I didn't watch the Mexico one, which sounded
quite late, wasn't it?
Yeah, sounded like one I should have watched. Sounded like a good one. When I woke up the next morning, I was on the way to training. Turned the radio on and it said game of the century, and I was like, yeah, trust that to be the one that I missed. But I just didn't think it was a good idea staying up till 3 in the morning when I was about to meet the players for the first time the next day. So missed that one. But I've watched quite a lot of it. Interesting as well. With it being in the US, some interesting players there, interesting teams and tactics and things. So yeah, but no, I do try. I'll find time to go for dinner with the family or to take the kids somewhere and try and relax a little bit. Yeah.
I always find it fascinating talking to ex-pros about your experience when you're watching a game on the telly.
Yeah.
As football fans, we watch it for the euphoria, the moments.
Yep.
Are you watching it from a tactical perspective? Are you looking at how teams are playing?
Yeah,
Anything you can pick up?
Even if you don't plan to. I was talking to my father-in-law about this the other day. He was like, there was a game on, and he said like, oh, it's a good game, and I was like, yeah, I'm just like, I didn't even realise, but I was just looking at what formation was what, who was causing each other problems. Do you know what I mean? You just don't watch a game without thinking like that now, because it's just what you're programmed to do. So even the England games, you know, you're watching them and you're desperate for them to win, but you're looking at what Tuchel's up to, what the opposition's trying to do about it, trying to take bits from all of it all the time. But no, it's a great sport. The World Cup's fantastic. England are doing great. I'm sure everyone's enjoying it. I'm sure you guys are enjoying it, and hopefully we can go all the way. I mean, my little boy is at a great age that if England win the World Cup, it would stick with him forever. So it'd be a great age for him to inspire him onto the next part of his football journey. So no, hopefully we can go all the way.
We know when footballers are in that season mode, they can't really go out and play any other sports. Like, I know a lot of players play paddle now and a bit of golf. What was Gary O'Neill doing?
Yeah, golf. I loved golf. I liked that it took me away from stuff. Literally, when I play golf, I don't think about anything else apart from just hitting the ball for 4 hours, which was nice. You know, it did give you that. Obviously, I don't have time as a manager to play golf. I play a bit in the summer. I play quite a bit if I'm between jobs. But yeah, not too much when I'm in.
Did you get on the paddle hype?
I haven't played yet. Loads of my friends play. I've been invited a few times. I've been planning to go and I haven't. I mean, my knees and my ankles and things are not great. But I would love to play. Obviously on the Spanish trip that we're on, there's some paddle stuff there. So if we get an afternoon, we might do like a staff tournament or something and try and get all the staff together. So I mean, I said to the lad, I've never played, but it can't be that difficult.
Nah.
It's a bat and a ball and a small court. So
you need to speak to Matt Holland, because he and Freddie Sears, obviously,
Freddie
both
I played
used
with
to
as
play
well. Yeah.
Ipswich, so they play quite a lot and they're pretty good.
Yeah.
You strike me as someone that, growing up in school, you were always good at most sports. Is that sort of the way it was?
Yeah, I was pretty sporty. Yeah, I was good at. Picked up golf quite well, quite early. Tennis, I didn't really get coached in ever, but I was all right at it. Table tennis, pool, everything like that. I loved sport, so and I was quite as why I've ended up being a head coach or manager is because I was quite obsessive over everything. Like when I took up golf, I was never just going to be okay at golf. It was like no, if I'm doing this, I'm doing it properly. So no, yeah, I was okay at some sports. I suppose age starts to catch up with all of us, and I'm probably not as good now. My little boy's started to beat me at a few things, which is always sort of a weird moment, that where you're sort of proud of your little boy, but you realise you're about to hand over the baton, which I wasn't quite ready to do. But no, yeah, I love all sport, to be fair. So paddle, I'm sure I'll be okay at. Maybe not at Matty Holland and Freddie Sears level yet, but I'm sure I'll be okay.
Football means so much to the community of Ipswich. We've seen so many fantastic occasions, even happening in this park with the celebrations from the Premier League. What does football mean to you, and what it's given to you and your family? Yeah,
no, it's just been my life since well, I was probably 4 or 5 when my dad and granddad and everyone started taking me to little training sessions, and then I went straight out of school into YTS at Portsmouth, moved down, and I've just done nothing else. You know, when I stopped playing, I didn't really have a break. I went straight into coaching. So it's just been my everyday life since I left school, really. And it's given me so many unbelievable memories. Yeah, for me, for my family, for people around me. Things that I'll never forget. And hopefully we're going to add a good few more of them here this season, hopefully. So yeah, really looking forward to that.
August 22nd, Sunderland at home in the Premier League, back at Portman Road. It's going to be a sellout.
Yep.
The sun's hopefully going to be shining. We're all going to be in our shorts and t-shirts in the crowd watching.
Yep.
What would be your message, firstly, to the players in the build-up to that game now, and then the fans that will be there on the day?
To the fans, let's make sure we enjoy it, because they've earned it. You know, they spent a long time out of the top flight, and I know they were obviously back in it 2 seasons ago, but a long time supporting the club while it was going through its tougher spell and its transition. So to get back to this moment again is an incredible achievement, and everyone should get to enjoy it and make sure they do enjoy it. the players are going to be well prepped. We're going to work our socks off to make sure that we're 100% ready for that Sunderland game. Yeah, and I think the players they'll be ready to go by then. They'll be itching to get back out there. Obviously, a lot of them were involved in the previous Premier League campaign as well, and I think they'll be keen to show that we can do better than that this time. So yeah, looking forward to it, and hopefully I've been there as an opposition player, as an opposition coach. They always create an unbelievable atmosphere. So if we can create that again, where the players and the fans are fully in sync and we're just going after everyone together, I think it could be a real tough place to come for people.
Gary, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, mate. Got a good few steps in there.
We did. We got our daily steps in for the day. But we wish you all the success at Ipswich Town. It's an absolute pleasure to have you at this wonderful football club.
Thank you.